I would now like to introduce the next speaker, Dr. Walter Rothensteiner, Chairman of the Managing Board and CEO of Raiffeisen Zentralbank, Österreich. He has many functions in supervisory board. I wouldn't be able to tell them all, but I would particularly mention the board of the Vienna State Opera, where he is a member. And the first time I visited him for the Drucker Society, he had to leave very urgently for a board meeting at the State Opera. But that's really, I understand this is really important. His organization, I should also say, is the main sponsor of the Drucker Society in 2011 and 2012. And I would like to thank him for this, as well as the sister organization which is sponsoring us. I can say this helps. Thank you. So, Mr. Rothensteiner, we are looking forward to your opening address.
Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, sometimes in times like that, it's better to sit in the opera and relax, and you don't sit at the TV set and hear what's going on there. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm very glad to be here and to address some words of welcome today. The organizers have managed again to prepare a highly interesting program. The fact that this is already the third Drucker Forum in Vienna clearly signals the success of this venture. And again, congratulations to Dr. Straub and also his wife, because she also is co-managing all that. Thank you very much, and I think give him a hand. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Raiffeisen has been a founding member of the Austrian Drucker Society and is a supporter of the Drucker Forum. This Monday, the United Nations announced officially next year as the International Year of Cooperatives, and the Drucker Society of Austria and Raiffeisen will team up to contribute to a broader discussion and dialogue about value creation models during the Drucker Forum 2012. Today's conference does not purely take place to pay a tribute to one of the most important management thinkers. It takes place because Drucker's concepts can contribute substantially to the solution of many problems we are facing in today's business world, but also in politics and society. Peter Drucker's ideas and views influenced a huge number of leaders in many parts of the world and from a broad range of business. Among them, there have been many Raiffeisen executives also, like myself. There are good reasons for that. Throughout his life, Peter Drucker called for a fair balance between short-term needs, short-term thinking, and long-term sustainability. Throughout his life, Peter Drucker called for a fair balance between profitability and other obligations. He clearly stated that profit should not be the primary and even less the only goal. Short-term profits are very often short-time lived. He also placed emphasis to look at the specific mission of individual organizations without disregarding common good, and he made clear that freedom includes responsibility. In the first place, Drucker held managers responsible for achieving the mission of the organization or institution. Taking care of the human element, he postulated as a second responsibility for management. Supporting and enabling people to realize their potential and to contribute to the common endeavor is of timeless importance. The third key responsibility he defined is the management of impact at society at large, which is of even greater importance in times of economic stress with disruptive effect on our society. Now, Peter Drucker's concept and his legacy fit into our Raiffeisen philosophy in many respects. Raiffeisen Austria is today a worldwide active organization, however, with a clear focus on Austria and 17 markets in Central and Eastern Europe, where a staff of 60,000 people serves about 13.5 million customers. And just a few weeks ago, the 125-year anniversary of Raiffeisen Austria was celebrated. And this event was not meant to point the success of yesterday, something Peter Drucker always criticized as a tendency of organizations and governments. It was meant to highlight the timeless importance of the Raiffeisen-specific characteristics and deeply rooted broad economic and social perspectives. Now, since 2008, the waves of financial crisis have led to hypercritical assessment of rules, business principles, and business models in banking. Governments and societies are calling for drastic adjustments from financial institutions. In some generalizing views, banking business is the major cause of any crisis. This includes the European sovereign debt crisis, also already before the Lehman collapse. 10 of 15 member states of the Eurozone did not fulfill the Maastricht criteria. There are big efforts necessary to overcome the turbulences and complex problems we are facing right now in many parts of the world economy. And I am sure that the knowledge of Peter Drucker's thinking and his concepts will be helpful for more differentiation and a better mutual understanding in all relevant discussions, debates, and actions wherever they take place, among managers, regulators, politicians, and not to forget journalists. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure this conference will make some useful contributions, and I wish you every success for the Drucker Forum 2011. Thank you very much.